talking a little bit more. So, why is it important? We have moved the 3 point line back in professional basketball. The PGA Tour's courses continue to get more difficult, but yet the average points all remain the same over the course of time. The average points scored per game all remain the same, even though we've made the game itself more difficult. We have more resources available for strength training, power training, speed training, more data analysis for your mechanics while you're throwing and hitting the ball, more monitoring for fatigue, yet we still seem to have a capped athletic potential. Why is that? Why do the yips exist in baseball? Why do universities, professional sports, and big businesses pay millions in full-time psychology staff members? Why does March Madness always have upsets? Why are dynasties created and how do dynasties fall? This is all why sports psychology is so important, guys, because all of these things combined, like sports psychology is the game. Your mindset is the game. So who wins? Team A, 5 to 6 genetic studs, just dudes, like absolute ballers, or Team B, 20 of those people, they're on a united mission who make no errors. They study film for 20 hours a week. They meticulously practice having a short memory in games. They're unfazed. They just execute the details repetitively, but they're not quite as genetically gifted as Team A. I think Team B wins every single time. We've all faced those teams where it's like, oh my God, they just don't get tired. They keep going. They keep going. They're not phased at all. We just made a big play in their face and they're coming back for more. Like, those are the scary teams. And that's because those teams have the mental side of the game mastered. Why is sports psychology so hard? It takes a ton of practice, arguably harder to practice than sports because, again, guys, every single repetition matters. What I'm thinking about while I'm doing this presentation, my mind is logging repetitions right now, whether they're good or bad. Every repetition counts. Even the small, seemingly insignificant bad reps add up. When you don't return your grocery cart to the actual grocery cart bin and you just leave it in the middle of the parking lot. When you throw your dirty shoes on the floor, even though mom says not to do that. Another reason it's hard sports psychology, it's not as sexy, it's not as fun. Like, practicing sports psychology is not super sweet and cool and doesn't look good on Instagram. Fear of failure, this is the big one. So fear of failure, I can whole another presentation on this coming for you soon. But a lot of times in society, we're just afraid to fail. Whether that's we don't want to look bad to our friends, to the coach, whether it's we're just afraid to embarrass ourselves, whatever that is, like, we've gotten to a point in society where we're so overanalyzed all the time, social media, etc., that like we're afraid to fail. We're afraid to absolutely just go for it and to try our best and to work our hardest. Because we're scared of failing. Because we're scared of failing, a lot of times we aren't actually locking in our brains and trying. We're staying guarded. And so fear of failure is an absolutely huge one.